start.
Now we come to the second question. The second question is, a small particle traveling with a velocity v collides elastically with a spherical body of equal mass and of radius r initially kept at rest. The center of this spherical body is located at a distance rho, which is less than r, away from the direction of the motion of the particle, as shown in the figure. Find the velocities of the two particles after collision. Here we have a spherical body of radius r, a small mass m, moving with a velocity v in the direction of spherical body. The small mass m is at a height of rho above the center of mass of the spherical radius, the spherical ball. The spherical ball has a mass same as that of the small particle. So the question here is, we have to find the final velocities of both the small mass m and that of the spherical body of the same mass. So the approach to this question will be, as this body moves here, the direction of this velocity can be split into two directions. Considering this, the x-axis is in this direction and the y-axis in this direction. So here we find that the velocity v is towards the x direction. We'll try and make another suitable axis according to our wish, so that it becomes really convenient in solving the problem. When this mass m approaches to the spherical body, so here we have this as r, this as rho. This is the angle theta at which this hits the spherical body. So dividing this into tangential direction as well as the normal direction. So this is the normal direction and this is the tangential direction. So we find that if the velocity here in this tangential direction won't change, because the collision, if we divide into normal and tangential, the tangential velocity will continue to remain same for this mass m. But however, the normal velocity will change. We know the result then when two bodies of equal mass collide head-on, then the first body comes to rest and the second body moves with a velocity equivalent to the velocity of the first body, initial velocity of the first body. So it's making this problem further simple. We find that this will be v sin theta and this will be v cos theta. So the small mass m moves with a tangential velocity of v sin theta towards the spherical body and with the velocity of v cos theta towards the normal direction. As I have already told that v sin theta won't change, so the small mass m will continue to move with the velocity of v sin theta, where sin theta is equivalent to rho by r. So the final velocity will be equal to v rho by r for the small m in this direction. For small m towards the normal direction, the final velocity will be 0, because after the collision this comes to rest and the spherical body will continue to move in this direction, in the normal direction, with the same velocity of with the velocity of v cos theta, because the initial velocity of small mass m in this direction was v cos theta. So v cos theta will be equal to v into 1 minus sin square theta, which will be equal to v under root of 1 minus rho square by r square. So the main thing that we have followed here is that it's better to transform the axis according to our convenience, so as to simplify the problem. Had we taken the x-axis and y-axis in this direction, the problem would have become really difficult. And taking this into this direction, and applying the normal results, we found that the answer came out easily.